A homeless girl collapsed outside the Hells Angels Club. What the biker did next changed everything. Rain fell in icy whispers over the city that night, cold, indifferent, and unrelenting. People hurried past with hoods drawn and eyes down, eager to escape the chill and the discomfort of someone else's suffering. Outside a dimly lit building with black iron gates and the unmistakable winged skull emblem, a small figure slumped against the brick wall. 17-year-old Lily Carter, barefoot and shivering, her eyes fluttering shut from exhaustion and hunger, collapsed into the shadows, forgotten by the world. Most didn't even glance her way, but one man stopped. Jack Turner, a towering figure draped in leather, tattoos snaking up his arms and a patch stitched proudly across his back, stood frozen mid-step. His boots crunched on wet gravel as he turned toward her. For a heartbeat, he just stared. And then he saw it. Not just a homeless girl, but someone's daughter, someone's sister. Just like his sister, who vanished at 16, never to be found. Without a word, Jack knelt beside Lily. Her skin was paper-thin, her breath shallow. He cradled her gently, more carefully than anyone might expect from a man with his reputation, and carried her inside the Hells Angels clubhouse. Inside, the room fell silent. Pool cues paused mid-swing, beer bottles stopped clinking, eyes narrowed, then softened. "She's barely alive," Jack said, voice rough but urgent. What happened next defied every stereotype. Men known for their grit and gritted teeth sprang into action. One called 911, another wrapped Lily in a thick wool blanket, a third brewed warm broth, remembering how his own daughter once fainted from skipping meals during a rough patch. The clubhouse, often seen as a den of rebellion, transformed into a shelter of mercy. At the hospital, doctors were blunt. Another hour out there and she wouldn't have made it. Malnourished, dehydrated, suffering from exposure, but alive because of one biker who chose to see her. Jack stayed night after night. He sat in the stiff plastic chair beside her bed, watching her chest rise and fall, remembering the sister he couldn't save. When Lily finally opened her eyes, it was to the sight of a man whose face could scare the bravest, but whose eyes held a quiet ache of understanding. "Why?" she whispered. "Because no one should be invisible," he replied. What began as rescue grew into something deeper, kinship. With Jack's help, Lily met a compassionate social worker. She was placed in a safe youth shelter. For the first time in years, she slept without fear. But Jack didn't stop there. He showed up weekly, sometimes daily. He brought books, homework help, even drove her to therapy sessions. The Hells Angels, once strangers in a world of noise and metal, became her unlikely family. They cheered her on when she enrolled back in school. They celebrated her first paycheck from a part-time cafe. They stood in the back of the auditorium when she gave a speech about resilience. And then came the day that changed everything again. Lily, now 21, stood on a sunlit university stage, accepting a full scholarship in social work. Her voice trembled as she spoke of second chances, of dignity restored, of the night she thought the world had ended, only to be met with unexpected grace. "Most people think kindness wears a gentle face," she said into the microphone, scanning the crowd. "Mine wore leather, tattoos, and rode a Harley. His name is Jack Turner, and he taught me that compassion doesn't care what you look like. It only cares if you show up." In the very back row, arms crossed and eyes glistening, Jack stood alone, proud, quiet, and forever changed himself. This is more than a story about survival. It's a reminder that heroes don't always wear capes. They sometimes wear cuts and ride loud bikes. That humanity thrives in the unlikeliest places, and that one moment of seeing someone, truly seeing them, can rewrite an entire life. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us bring more powerful, emotional stories to millions around the world who believe in second chances, compassion, and the quiet courage of everyday heroes. Don't forget to comment below. Where are you watching from? And if you've ever been the one who stopped when others walked by, tell us your story, because hope grows when we share it. Thanks for watching.